Uh, Angad, hello, how are you?
Amit sir, how are you?
I'm
I
fine,
hope you're in
thank
the
you.
pink
You
of
look
health.
good.
So are you. I'm only trying to be 10% of what you are.
Angad, as a recent dad, I just wanted to ask you, from your experience, how do you think dads can contribute to the whole process of feeding, emotionally, physically, mentally? What would you say to new fathers or fathers-to-be?
Sir, I would like to say is that I think the fathers should don the role of being a protector, which is very important. When the baby and the mother are in the hospital and the mother is nursing, it's a very sensitive time for both of them. And I feel the father should understand that. And obviously, you get a lot of visitors and they want to see it's all good. But I think a little bit of privacy should be maintained. Another point I would like is how you burp the newborn. It is extremely important. They teach you, but then you have to practice it on your own, and you have to help your spouse and your missus in extending that helping hand. The third point I would like to make, sir, here is that it's important to sometimes really, I feel the husbands should become the wives, and I think it is extreme to try and think from that perspective is extremely important because the mother can get exhausted. She will be tired. She will be cranky. She will have a lot of emotional. Her graph will be very up and down emotionally, physically. It's a very demanding job, sir. So I think you have to be there all the time. Sometimes even to be understanding as to children and babies can have a problem in latching, or mothers can have an issue where they might not produce milk immediately, and that might take time. And for that, I think their confidence also does suffer. And I think that there is no harm in getting some help so that you can go through that tough time. It is something I and Neha did witness was postpartum. And I think that it's very important that we educate our men in our industry, as not just in our industry, but also in our country, as to what postpartum really actually means.
Yeah, Angad, how many times did you make your baby burp?
I think, sir, as many times as possible, because I think I enjoyed doing that, and I thrived on the fact that I mean, due full credit and full marks to the to Neha, but I think I would burp Meher slightly better than Neha.
Well,
No, I have to say,
oh, come
I have
on.
to add over
We
here
have to
that-
give a right to reply to Neha now. Quick right to reply.
Yeah, no, I want to
Yes.
add two things over here. So there was, I just told Angad, an old lady's tale saying that, apparently if the height is really high, the baby burps very well. So, between 5'7" and 6'1", there's a height difference. So he took that job up very seriously. And the other one, of course, for a lot of fathers, you would know this, that there's the hunger and the thirst after you feed your child is another level. And it always helps when your husband is willing to cook up a meal for you at 3 in the morning. So Angad did contribute like that as well. So yes, it does help. I want to just refer back to Doctor who was talking earlier, if I may take an extra minute of your time. That he did say that, we have to sensitize the mother, we have to educate the child and the mom, and you don't know what you're in for, and you're in for surprises. One of the big things that we need to mention, and as somebody who runs a community called Freedom to Feed, I would just like to mention that the biggest surprise that we are in for, especially as women, I always say this, that in rural areas, women are far more empowered when it comes to breastfeeding. It's like wherever they want to feed the child, they go ahead and do it. Even for us, we can do it as moms, but I just feel that the facilities are lacking, and we need a lot more facilities over here. So I think the biggest shock that comes to us as far as breastfeeding moms is always an option. बाहर जाएं कि बच्चे को feed करें, कि mall में जाएं कि बच्चे को feed करें, कि office जाएं वहाँ पे बैठ के जगह मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी या नहीं मिलेगी. So I just feel that there has to be a certain voice or a community that comes forward to make even better facilities for breastfeeding moms, so that it's not an either or in their lives. And and I understand it's an isolated process and you have to be all by yourself, and that's why maybe a little more kind of work towards providing convenient spots would be a step in the right direction.
Okay.
Wonder how we can do that.
Yeah, I think this will be...
I think you'd have to schedule your travel movements, Neha. I don't know how how can someone make that provision? I mean,
No, but then there are some places where you've got breastfeeding pods. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
in fact, it's very interesting.
It has just started.
Yeah, it's just started
Yes.
with a couple, like the malls have
It's
taken
just starting,
initiatives.
sir.
Absolutely.
But the thing is that, you know, I know enough and more friends of mine or women or people who reach out to us through our community saying कि हमको corporate job करना है तो वहाँ पे हमारे पास जगह नहीं है या फिर हमको, you know, because, you know, new moms want to do different things or they want to go to a mall and shop or when they want to go to a mall and shop in 3.5 hours, they'll have to just go to a bathroom and say कि bathroom में जाके हमको बच्चे को feed करना है, which is not the right thing. We need to have a voice in the direction. There are communities, there are pods that are being made, but you know, like even parks, even if they have a small little corner where we can, you know, like our new moms can have this facility. It's a really wonderful step for
Correct.
them as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, the point that Neha seems to have mentioned is going to be part of the next discussion that we'll have, because while we were, thank you very much Neha as well as Angad, and Angad, do keep burping the baby. This is great news. Yeah, I did too, by the way, and struggled, but yeah, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
sir.
learned on the job.
Thank you, Bhatt. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
See you,
you.
Angad.
Bye-bye.
I'll
Thank
see you
you.
at home.
Yeah, sir, I'll message you. Thank you, and you're looking great. And
Thank you,
I
Angad.
love you. I love you.
Thank you.